Alright, we're back here at Universal Studios Hollywood. It's good to be back. It's a interestingly cold afternoon here, a little cloudy in my opinion. It's a little interesting. The mood is a little off for me at least. But hey, we're here. We're gonna get the updates. Grinchmas is happening. A lot of Christmas decorations are going up around the park. It's getting festive here. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and see the updates for today. Alright, it is holiday in the park. As you can see, they got everything up. They have holiday decorations up, and you can see from here as well, they got Whoville decorations up. We'll get it's gonna be hard to get a look inside of there, but we're gonna do our best to try to get a look inside of there because they've done a lot of work ever since my last visit. And here it is. It's gone. Everybody, it's gone. It's gone. Either put in the garage of Universal or completely torn to pieces. Monstrous is gone. But hold on, really quick. Let's just admire it. Look at the work they're doing. Look at that. This is like the first time I've really been here where the crane is working and they're on the job with the crane while at the park. That's cool. So Monstrous, right? Great house. I already elaborated on a previous video. It was amazing, but its time is over. But yeah, it's completely down. So maybe soon we'll see the walls come down and that place will be with seating again, as it usually is. You can usually walk through it and everything. Seating, that should soon return. And then as we can see here, they have lights and everything for holiday in the park at Universal. And in the distance, you can see in the distance over there, I didn't catch it in my last video, but Super Silly Funland, the water park area, is right now temporarily closed for refurbishment. But apparently, I think to my knowledge, it's gonna open sometime by the end of November, maybe the beginning of December. Or at this time, there's no official reopen date. But yeah, for right now, it's under refurbishment, which makes sense. It's in its off season. It's not currently should be used considering nobody's gonna wanna go in it because it is cold and nobody's wanna get who wants to go into a water park when it's cold, am I right? So it makes sense why it's not going to be in use right now. It's perfect time to refurbish it, especially about the fact with Jurassic World, it's in its off season. So since Jurassic World's in its off season too, they decided to refurbish it as well. There's perfect times for everything. So look at the site here at this overview of the Fast and Furious coaster. It's just incredible, man. Last time I was here, I swear to God, right, that was not connected at all. It was not connected whatsoever. And now it's connected. So the work they're getting done is insane, but obviously they can get a lot of work done in this weather condition because it's just cold. I have a sweater on, or not sweater, I have a hoodie on. Cold out here. And there's a little wind too. So it's it can help as well. But yeah, the work they can get done now is just insane because it's winter time. You can just push through the cold, basically natural cooling, obviously for workers. So it's just really nice, especially by the fact that somebody was up there working the crane. Dude, the fact that, right, they had to climb all the way down here, just the work is incredible. The scaffolding is coming along really well. There's a lot of metal rods and stuff being put up. They're getting a lot of more supports done down here. If you want to, you can pause the video and see, I can show you the full shot right here. That look, all the supports there, if you look at it carefully, you can kind of see the outline of the layout, if I'm not mistaken, right? You can see the outline, it goes right here, right? It makes a little loop to over there or something. This part right here, I have no clue what that could be about. Maybe it's a straightaway, a launch, I don't know. That little hut I talked about in the other video, we'll get obviously an angle from over there and some other sides to see the other side better. But from right here, I just want to talk about it a little bit and I can elaborate more over there. The hut that I was talking about last time, that could be, I didn't know what it was about. I still obviously don't know. To me, when I was watching back and editing back the video before the previous vlog, I thought it was maybe just a station area. That's just my personal opinion because this part comes right here over to here and there's a track switch over there. So maybe that's a boarding station and maintenance area. So maybe this is the part where people come back from because there's catwalks and everything. You have the catwalk because catwalks were being installed a bit ago. So yeah, maybe that hut's just for something else. I have no clue. Maybe it's actually the queue area. It could be a queue area, the outside portion. You never know. Don't take my word for everything I say. I don't know as much as on coasters as probably other people do. That's just my opinion on it. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get a look from the other side to see what's going on. So this is the point of view where you can see a lot more, especially the development of this coaster, man. If you look down here, obviously you have that. We talked about it in the previous video. Then you go up here, dude, they have the crane. The catwalks have been built, obviously. And then you have another side of the show building that all this coasters, obviously, at least, the interior is going to be in. So it's just incredible to see that. But I don't know if you can see it from right here. Maybe I haven't left my camera more. There's a part right here. There's supposed to be two, because there's supposed to be two tracks in there. one of the tracks, not this track, but a track on the other side, it goes right there into another, it looks like maybe maintenance area. I don't know. There's a track switch right there from the point of view where I'm seeing. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can. But yeah, it looks like this would be another maintenance area. So maybe two sides. I don't know. Because I'm just, to me, in my opinion, I'm comparing this to Mummy right now. Where Mummy right now, in the ending scene, obviously, there's a track switch for maintenance. And I'm just curious how this one's going to work out. Because so far, that one is similar to the other parts section from the other side. So they both look like they're going to be maintenance areas, maybe. A track switch for maintenance. Yeah, that's just my opinion. I don't know what this is going to be. I'm just looking over here right now. I don't know what it's going to be. But right here, we can actually get a look at this thing right here. This is the thing I was talking about. This honestly looks like it would be part of the queue. It actually looks perfect. You get a view of the coaster right there. And then right here is a walkway. It looks like it loops around. So maybe that's part of the queue, considering that there's railings. So it's like barriers, obviously. And it's like a little hut to cover area. And to be honest, for it to be a second launch area, that's now thinking about it, is very highly unlikely, considering that there's a walkway right there. There's no chance at all that that's going to be a second launch area. That's probably going to be a queue area. The one thing I'm curious about is if they're going to open this up once they're done with the coaster. I highly doubt it because there's a lot of work going on. Maybe it's going to be using a bunch of this area. So we have some huge development going on here. This was never here. This was never here, but now it makes sense, obviously, considering that for just in case something happens, obviously, there's a walkway for either maintenance or just, in basic terms, the best way I can explain it, because I don't know how I could rephrase it right now, it's just for if anything happens with the coaster, they can get up to a certain point. So yeah, and there's another crane here, and just track. Okay, now we're at the point where I wanted to talk about the other thing that I was going to mention when we were over there. We have some new information that is crazy. I never thought we would see this really soon, but there has been a picture that somebody has taken. I'm going to put it on screen right now. You can see it, of what it looks like, some part of theming for the ride that is like a physical structure that is just sitting, to my knowledge, what I remember from the tweet is in the Curious George parking lot or some backstage area of the park. But dude, just to be able to see that, it's crazy. So that part is coming along. To me, what it looks like the archway to enter the ride, because that looks like, you know, a garage or an area, you know, looks like the arch looks deemable as an entrance area. So that looks really cool. Comparing it to like the Fast and Furious Supercharged standalone ride at Orlando, that's what it looks like. So that is huge and incredible to see that. That is just amazing. But yeah, there's not really too much I can talk about right now. There's not that much information. One thing I'm skeptical about, what is that area going to be? First thing that came to my mind, don't take me on it. Obviously, it's probably not going to come true. The water area, that's probably not it at all. Don't know what it's going to be. But obviously, as it always goes, time will only tell what happens next. But yeah, so we have some huge information regarding what, like, you're probably thinking, why is this all cleared out? There's no greenery, no trees, and last time we were here, there was trees and greenery and everything. Why is there nothing here right now, right? I was watching other people's videos and getting more information, obviously. There were signs of the company that that polished up and redid the Studio Tour entrance up top. There were signs down here that had their logo on it. And so basically, they're the ones that are working on this whatever project we don't know at this time is. And so what's gonna happen most likely because of this clearing of land, if you didn't know, the Studio Tour entrance actually originated where Jurassic World sits. That is where the studio entrance used to be. And so now it looks like the Studio Tour entrance is going to be moved down to the lower lot. That's the reason why they were clearing this land. Last time I was here, I didn't realize that there were markings on trees for them to be demolished and stuff. Now it makes sense. They are moving the Studio Tour entrance back down to the lower lot, and apparently it's going to make way for the future of Universal. So basically, since they can do that, they're moving it down here, right? That's going to allow them to do is use the plot where Studio Tour sits on for another attraction or something. It's going to completely change how Universal works, considering that there's going to be a new attraction most likely, or just some type of new experience they can do, because the Studio Tour is going to be moved down here, which is just insane. It's just a most likely chance. I could be wrong, but most likely the Studio Tour entrance is most likely going to be moved down here, considering that all this was cleared out. Come on, it was only a week since my last visit and all this was cleared out. All the trees and everything are gone, which is absolutely insane. So yeah, it's going to be interesting though to see the Studio Tour entrance down at the lower lot. Also, I do want to elaborate a little bit more on that. See, look, they're continuing with the excavating. They have excavators there. They marked the trees beforehand. and I didn't see it at all. But they had markings on trees, and obviously this whole land's been excavated. So obviously here's the refurbishment for Jurassic World ride. There's not too much I can explain about it. The only thing I can add about it is that seeing some new information and reading some new things I've seen. People after my visit, maybe I didn't notice or something, they were painting the rocks, so everything's getting refurbished. The rocks are getting a new paint job. If anything, they obviously might paint the fountain area, because over time, the water being running through it, degrading the paint, they might want to repaint it, obviously. And so yeah, just the ride's getting refurbished, obviously. Not too much I can explain at this time, other than the beginning of December, maybe the first week of December, it is scheduled to open. So yeah, just expect it to open by then. Yeah. So it looks like they're actually testing the Grinchmas area over here. Looks like this whole area, it's not even open yet. It starts on Tuesday, the Grinchmas like winter, you know, obviously part of Universal. They're actually testing it right now, because throughout the day I've seen these lights just go and stuff, you know, like the swirling around and everything. The lights on the tree were changing as well. So it looks like they're testing it to make sure it's all good and ready to go for Tuesday. So it's pretty cool. That means that the whole area is done and they're just testing and making sure technicality through, you know, obviously electronic wise it works. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, that's gonna end the video here. I really do hope you enjoyed. I will be hopefully back next week with more updates, and if anything, we'll get the whole entire Grinchmas. Well, I will explain everything what's going on for Grinchmas, because Grinchmas, by the time the next visit, Grinchmas will be happening. So stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time. So peace out.